I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win.
Coach, we have a damp and rainy afternoon in the tri-state area as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium in the Garden State of New Jersey. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with that other team here in the metropolitan area, the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready, 30 base. Check, walk 54, walk 54. Let's get it.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
We ain't giving up nothing to hey, Alpha. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the back. Watch it go.
Jones now operating from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
Here we go. Now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on first down. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Hey, echo. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Rock it. 36.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Copeland came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check 50, check 50.
Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 21-0 our score after 1.
Up, 8-3. Hard. Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 80 weapon. Let's get off the field. Watch twin. Hey, orbit. Check. Ready.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. Lucky. Ready.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Always a plethora of storylines when the Jets and Giants get together, and certainly one big storyline is what they've been able to do in the backfield. Saquon Barkley, he's the Giants' future in the backfield, and now Le'Veon Bell coming over from Pittsburgh. He has really solidified what the Jets want to do carrying the football, and both of these guys threats catching it as well. They really appear to both be set for years to come. These are going to be some fun battles to watch. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Golden.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now it's Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw. Jones. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
47 is the mic. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Mike,
to throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago. Robbie Anderson, 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Jones throwing again on 2nd and 10. He gets it complete to Latimer. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Jones on first down. Looking for Shepard. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Darnold for the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And now it's second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. Ficken's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine. Red 80. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
A first down throw, Darnold letting one go deep for a noon walk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. He's got daylight. 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Let's get this.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
At the 46-yard line.
35. Hey, check. Watch right. I'm coming after you.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Man out.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Darnold now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of the credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Go! 91. Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Barkley, he's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, exit. 53. Hit it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. That's where Crowder makes his hay in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years, then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. Faking the give, Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. He's going to air one out for Anderson, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he's going to go down again. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Back to throw. Jones. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Jones throwing again. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Jets, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Giants, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12.